Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 37 of the NordCast. It is Wednesday, October 18th, 2023. I am your host here, Nordic97, joined with Carter. How are we doing?
We're doing pretty solid. Flyers are doing good. Jets are doing shitty. And roll Phillies.
Hell yeah, sounds about right. And we got Jack. How we doing? How we doing, Bedard?
Doing good. Bedard's looking good. A lot of chances.
Yeah, he has looked good. I agree. We'll get into him in a little bit, but this is our first episode in probably over a month. I haven't really looked. We've been very inconsistent. We've all been very busy lately. And we were in the middle of our division previews. We're honestly just going to scratch that, and we're just going to move on with the season. We're going to try and start fresh here now that the season's begun, and we'll get into some talks about teams and stuff. Because we are at that point in the NHL where, like, some teams you can kind of tell where they are right now, but it's still a little bit too early. We're just, like, in that weird period right now. But regardless, I want to get started with something that caught my eye today. So the NHL is considering an NFL-like draft setup where the teams would do the draft remotely from home location. It would both the league and the teams are talking about potentially adjusting the NFL NBA type of format, where only the prospect / commissioner would be in person at the draft, while all the other teams would be doing the draft remotely from their home locations. Kind of like how it was during the COVID years in 20 and 21. I personally think this is a massive, massive L for the NHL. Honestly, I think in my opinion, it takes out the uniqueness of, being at the NHL draft. And I think, guys like Bedard, guys like Slavkovsky, they can attest to this. Like, going there, seeing all the teams, and, for some of the little kids, too, that are that want to make it to the NHL, like, it's their dream to go up there, shake the commissioner's hand, take a picture with the general manager and the coach. It's a part of the dream, and it's the memories that matter to those players. And I think that, you're trying to be like the NFL and you're trying to be like the NBA. Stop it. We're not the NFL. We're not the NBA. Stop trying to act like that. We are our own unique league. So, yeah, there's my usual rant. I'll let one of the guys take over and share their thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it'd be definitely an L. Like you said, it kind of takes away, the uniqueness. And I think they're the only sport that does it like that. And I mean, I like it for the fans too. How the fans can, go in there, and I like how all 32 teams have it. They all have their tables there with everybody, and yeah, I mean, it's my favorite draft out of all the sports that I watch. So don't want to see any changes there.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's a massive mistake if they do decide this. I was saying this to like a couple of guys I work with. I'm like, why don't the NFL and NBA do what the NHL does? And then now it's doing the opposite. Like the NHL wants to do what the NFL and NBA does.
Yep.
I find it stupid. One, it takes out like one of the coolest parts of you get the entire high up staff on your team and you take a picture with your future superstar. Like that's something that you can hold on to forever. As well as that, like as Jack said with the fans, like the fans are able to like talk to some of these general managers sometimes, and the interviews and everything that some guys get. Like I can't remember if it was the year that it was in Montreal. That was recent, right? Or am I?
Yeah, that was this year.
Yeah, that was this year. Like you saw Habs Fan TV. I know you guys probably know who they are, but they were like interviewing general managers and stuff like that and everything like that. So it takes out that whole fun aspect of it from a media standpoint as well as for the fans. And then as well as that, like the amount of times that you see general managers walking from table to table at the draft trying to talk trades and everything, like there's just something about that just makes things seem so much more professional rather than calling them up or anything like that. Like you're just walking over to go discuss trades and everything like that. So I think it'd be a massive mistake for the NHL if they were to just get rid of their draft style.
It's unique. Like, as Jack said, like, none of the other leagues do it like this. And it would just be dumb for us to be like, oh, let's be like the other leagues. Like, that's why, like, maybe that's why people tune into the drafts more for the NHL than other sports leagues, because it's more unique. Like, it's cooler. It's a cooler experience. Now, an alternative that somebody had on Twitter. I'm not going to expose them. You'll probably figure out who it is when I read this. Abolish the draft. Get rid of the draft. They said, quote, let kids decide where they want to play within cap constraints. Teams can only offer entry-level contracts that would entirely eliminate tanking and force teams to offer players opportunity and make their clubs attractive destinations. The final sentence of that, make clubs attractive destinations, all you're doing is you're killing the NHL by doing that. You're killing the NHL. And honestly, doing that actually makes it like the NFL, like the NBA, like the MLB, where literally the same 5 teams are competing for the championship every year. Like in the NHL, it's very unique because it's just like 16 teams. Any team can win it. We saw it this past year. Florida made it to the finals. No one thought Florida was going to make it to the finals. Hardly anyone. And yeah, they didn't win it, but those things can happen in the NHL. And you do something like this, it's going to kill markets. It's going to kill Winnipeg. It's going to kill Arizona. It's going to kill markets like that are smaller. And it's just overall a horrible move. I know you're hurt, Carter, by that. I'm hurt by what I said too.
Hey,
like,
no, don't even sweat it.
It's true though. Like, do you agree with me, Carter?
No, yeah, definitely. Like, it'd make it more like soccer, to where the point of like you're just gonna load guys a bunch of money and the rich teams get richer. It's same with like the MLB pretty much. Jack, you know the MLB very, very well. Like, I know they still have the draft, but it's once those guys hit free agency, like a lot of the times those guys aren't on the same team for like an entire career for the most part. Like the top end guys,
it's in the middle of the season.
yeah. Like it's so weird, but anyways, it just make it not as fun for a fan base of like a struggling team, because if you're struggling with that rule implemented, you're going to be struggling for the rest like of time, unless you're somehow going to get a bunch of budget piece guys that just go absolutely insane, and then whatever. It's stupid. It's stupid. I understand where they're coming from this, as far as like the fact that Bedard's only making $950K or whatever, and how he's better than over half of the NHL, like 90% of it. But it's stupid.
And it reminds me of like the 70s, like the early days of the NHL, back in like the 60s when the Canadians would win everything. You want to know why the Canadians won everything? Because they had money. They could just pay players a shitload of money. And you know what else they could do? They could literally just like take first round picks from god awful teams. Like they did this with California Golden Seals. Little history lesson with Nordic here. What happened was that they gave California a decent haul of players and like $50,000 in cash. With $50,000 back then was insane. Like it was worth way more than it would be now. Not saying that $50,000 isn't worth a lot, but regardless, they would take their first round pick, and guess what that first round pick was? First overall, Guy Lafleur. They could just use money to do everything, and I feel like if you get rid of the draft and have it be like that, the teams that have the wealthiest money are just gonna pay for all the really good players, and it's gonna be like Toronto, Boston, Chicago, Montreal every year. They're gonna be in the same loop. And you might as well just go back to the original 6 then. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
So, Jack, you got anything to add? Sorry, me and Carter kind of took the lead there.
No, yeah, I mean, I agree with what you guys say. Just, the high market teams just kind of take over like it used to be. So.
Yeah, and you're probably wondering with this, why is this coming up as a topic? Why are we even thinking about this? Well, apparently there's some teams that aren't happy with like the placement of free agency and the draft. Like I think this year they were like 2 days apart from each other, if I'm correct, somewhere around there. It was definitely within the same week, and teams didn't like that. And honestly, I was kind of shocked too. Why do you have the draft like 2 days before free agency? I thought it was kind of weird. I thought in the past it was way earlier than that, but I guess I might just be, thinking out of my butt. But like you have a whole month of August and you have that whole half a month of July where you could just move free agency back a little bit. I don't see the problem in that. I don't see the problem in moving the draft back to like July 20th, or not the draft, free agency back to like July 20th or something like that. give teams more time to sign their players. Like, give them a week, not like 3 days, a week, maybe a little bit more than that, maybe a week and a half, but you have time. Like, why do you need the whole month of August and pretty much the whole month of September to just dilly-dally and do nothing? Like, it doesn't make sense to me, honestly. So just why not move the draft back? Bam. Simple problem. Easy. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that, and that's our thoughts. Yeah. So I want to move on to some Capitals news because it's not like a full section on the Capitals, but it is some negative news regarding them. I want to start off with this one. The Capitals sellout streak has concluded at 588 games. So they have been selling out the Capital One Arena for nearly like 15 years, 2009, 15 years almost, around there. That's a long-ass time. Almost 600 games. That's a lot of games, a lot of money going towards the Capitals. And it ended a few days ago against the Calgary Flames. They only had 88% fans in attendance, which is kind of shocking. And it like that's concerning for Washington because this year it's been a pretty rough year so far for them. They just lost to Ottawa this past night. And in regards to that too, Alex Ovechkin was held without shots in a game, in 2 consecutive games for the first time in his career. Unbelievable. Wow. And he's still looking for his first goal of the year, and he got his first point this past year. It's insane. Honestly, and we have not seen something like this from Ovechkin for a while. And is it showing that the Capitals are falling apart, and are we heading towards a rebuild? Jack's nodding his head, yes.
Yeah.
Why do you think that, Jack? Is it because just the core?
Yeah, bad start. I didn't expect much from them coming into the year anyway, and I didn't see the drop from Ovechkin coming, honestly, but like the team overall, I definitely saw that coming. Just a very old group, not a good prospect pool, and I think they could be in some trouble for years to come now. And I think they should probably make some trades at this year's deadline, try to get some draft picks.
Now, could we be overreacting? Probably. I mean,
probably.
It's like 4 games into the year. Like it's not like we're like 40 games into the season and this is just now happening. It's literally like the 4th game of the season. But we saw this team play how they did last year, and they looked concerning. And if they're playing like this year, well, maybe it's time to consider maybe we should be, retooling this team a little bit. Maybe not rebuild. Try and retool a little bit. But they did lock up Tom Wilson. It shows that they're kind of doubling down. But, yeah. Carter, you got anything to add on that?
No, not really. You guys kind of covered most of it. It does just kind of suck that their sellout streak is over, because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know that they were on a streak that long.
I didn't know either. I didn't know either.
I didn't know until I saw, I think it was probably Puck Empire. Someone posted it out of like the thousands of sports NHL news pages I follow, but 500, like almost 600 games is ridiculous. But yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, well, this next topic you're going to be very invested in. The Winnipeg Jets have recorded the single lowest game attendance in Jets 2.0 history with 11,226. My Siri turned on. That basically means that they're missing like 4,000 seats, which is concerning. And especially for a game 2 where you have the LA Kings in town. Pierre-Luc Dubois is returning, and he had a very overly controversial leave in Winnipeg, but it was kind of controversial. He's like, I want to play in Montreal for like the past 2 years that he was in Winnipeg. You would think it'd be filled up for that, but no. Lowest attendance they've seen in history. Now, Jesse Pollock, I feel like, and I don't know if you guys saw his TikTok, and he was like, Jets fans, we need to go to games. Stop over, like, if you want the team to stay here, you need to go to games. Carter, could it be leading to that? And we've been talking about this in previous podcasts, like, the Winnipeg Ice left. They're gone now. Could the Jets be next? Are you thinking that right now, Carter, as a Winnipeg guy? You guys see?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Here's the thing. They did a lot of stadium upgrades this year to try and like rekindle things for some fans, but I think they've tarnished the trust and the relationship with a lot of fans because, like,
Oh yes, the season ticket thing. I forgot about that.
yeah. So it's a part of that. It's a part of that season ticket thing. It's a part of like just the area of Winnipeg. Like downtown Winnipeg's not a fun place to be, especially at night. Not a big fan of that. But I will say they've done a lot to try and rekindle that trust there. Like I went to their home opener and that place was rocking. But then again, I went on a Saturday at 3, so of course that place is gonna be buzzing though. But they did a lot of nice upgrades around the stadium. Like they added a full new king. So we had like this thing called the Budweiser Lounge. We got rid of that, and now it's like club seating, which is pretty cool. But yeah, they've done a lot of
TV. I think they
what?
showed that on like Jets TV. I think.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm like, I sit like 3 sections over from it, and I'm like kind of jealous of it. But okay, but anyways, as I was saying, I think they got to do something to get this attendance up because at this point it's just the fact that no one trusts the ownership anymore and just the whole Jets like non-hockey business side of it. Like no one trusts it anymore. And it's a part of that. It's a part of the Jets aren't really that good. They're in that medium spot. It makes no sense that it was this game because like wouldn't you want to go to a game where Pierre-Luc Dubois comes back and you want to boo the fuck out of him? Because honestly, fuck that guy. But it makes no sense. And I'd like to bring up one final thing. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers, our football team, they are projected for another sellout in the stadium of 34,000, and the Jets can't even get 11. Keep in mind, we are in Winnipeg. It is nearing October. Our stadium is outdoors, and we are going to sell it out when it's going to be like, you guys don't understand Celsius, Fahrenheit conversions or whatever. 0 degrees Celsius. Like, and we're going to sell it out. This makes no sense. Like, how are the Bombers so good at this, but the Jets aren't? Like, it's not Winnipeggers. It's the Jets in general. It's got nothing to do with Winnipeg as a city because the Bombers have survived for so long. It's got everything to do with the Winnipeg Jets ownership. That is my take. You guys go nuts. I rambled on for a bit there, but you guys go nuts.
Hey, I mean, it is your team. You have a right to speak like that. I mean, yeah, it's concerning. I mean, they don't have an airport.
Yeah, we do.
You don't have it in the city. It's like outside the city.
It's pretty much in the city. What are you talking about?
I don't know why that's like a meme of like, oh, Winnipeg doesn't have an airport. I feel like we brought this up before.
I'm pretty sure we have. We have an airport. I've fucking been there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to. No, I'm pulling this up on Google Maps. Fuck you. Continue your statement. I'm pulling up where airport is.
Well, according to the internet, you don't have an airport. So, but yeah, like Winnipeg, it's concerning, especially with like the season ticket thing that they went through last year.
Okay. This is Winnipeg. Oh, you guys can't see. Do you see this red thing?
Yeah.
That's where it is, and this is the center of Winnipeg. It's in the fucking city. Just because it's on the outskirts, because we have no fucking room for anything. Oh, I'm gonna go on a massive Winnipeg rant, and this is not good. So I'm not gonna do this. But our city infrastructure is fucking shit.
Yeah, could you see airplanes in that photo you saw?
I saw the red dye he was pointing to.
That's all. I will.
I don't know what the red dot represents, but I saw.
I'm sending it to the group chat. Fuck you guys.
All right. Well,
it's our first podcast of season 2, and I'm already gonna walk out.
Oh Lord. Yeah. Well, it's it's a problem for sure. And I think that, if it keeps happening, like when their next game's tomorrow, right? Or tonight, technically at the time of uploading, against some team. I don't know if it's a home. But if this keeps happening, then, maybe you do start getting really concerned. Maybe you start looking at ownership. Who knows? Some other news. There's nothing else that's too huge. Kirby Doc, out for the season with a torn ACL and MCL. Really unfortunate. That's a guy who has just had so much injuries and has stalled his development so much, and now he's going to be out for another year. And I'm sure Jack can attest to that. He hurt a lot in Chicago.
He was.
Yeah, he just.
I think some of it has he jumped right into the NHL, and from there is very, very inconsistent every single year. He didn't get. I think he was 18 actually when he joined the team. So
yeah.
I feel like he's better though. Sorry, what are you saying?
He was what?
Carter?
Okay, I'll speak. The one game he played for Team Canada in the World Juniors, he played one game and got injured. So
broke his wrist. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just this guy has the worst luck, and now he's gonna be out for another full season. And maybe it's just Montreal luck.
ACL in hockey is rough.
Yep. Maybe it's just Montreal luck because they face so many injuries every year. It's absolutely brutal. But yeah, hopefully he's okay. Transitioning over to some good news. Sean Couturier gets his first goal in damn near 2 years after missing half of 21-22 and all of last season with injuries. And man, was that a nice one, y'all! I wish we could play highlights on the NordCast, but we can't. You can go find it for yourself. It's definitely on YouTube somewhere. Don't put it on your phone, Carter. We'll get copyrighted.
Should I go recreate it right now?
let's not do that. Okay, I don't want to see your dust. But it was a very nice goal. He goes forward, then goes transition to backwards, then back to forward and beats Demko on the right side. Very nice goal on the penalty shot. I thought the P shot call was weird though. Like it was like a light slash. I was like, really? We've seen harder calls that have been non-penalty shots than that. So I was like, all right, whatever. But yeah, Flyers looking solid right now. Other news, there's a few pieces, some injuries. You obviously got Gabe Vilardi's out, Alex Goligoski, and the Minnesota Wild, not just specifically Goligoski, but they are just so screwed right now, health-wise. Like, you got Goligoski out, you got Matt Boldy out, and you got Jared Spurgeon out too. So you got two of your top defenders out, and a high elite guy in Matt Boldy. It's just concerning right now for Minnesota, and it's starting to kind of take a toll on them a little bit. You saw against Montreal, they looked a little bit sloppy, although they won the game. But yeah, that obviously is a concern that I have. And I think that's it. I think that's all the stuff we can talk about. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. If there's anything I missed, I don't think I missed anything, right? We'll talk about Bedard and all that later.
Not that I know of.
All right, well, then it's time for Jack to guess a player. Carter's raising his hand. What do you got?
Are we gonna talk contracts or no?
Oh, do you want to talk about? Oh, that's right. You want to talk about the Jets contract?
New contract for the Winnipeg Jets. Woohoo!
All right, go ahead.
Signifying we're not rebuilding. Why? All right, that's all I have to say.
Wait, you don't like it?
Explain the contract, then I'll get into it.
Okay, so Mark Scheifele both Mark Scheifele and Connor Hellebuck have each been signed for 7-year, $8.5 million deals. This happened last week. It's kind of old news at this point, but Carter's a Jets fan, so we're gonna let him talk about it for a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's good deals for both of them, but it shows that they're doubling down on like this core that they have. Like they're gonna double down on this roster. And I made a video on YouTube talking about, do I think they're a contending team? Personally, I don't think so with the roster they have. Carter's shaking his head. What do you think, Art? Are you agreeing with me or disagreeing with me?
No, I'm agreeing with you. Like, no, we're not a contender.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll let you go on your rant now. I'm gonna sit back and just.
Okay, perfect. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Carter's Winnipeg Rants. We might end up just turning this into a weekly segment at this point. But here's what we got. I like these contracts for the first 3 to 4 years. I like it longer term for Connor Hellebuck than Mark Scheifele. just because I feel like goalies tend to digress slower than players do, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like this contract will look worse on Scheifele in the 4 to 5 years than it will on Connor Hellebuck, especially because by the time this deal ends, they'll be 38. So, and getting paid $7.75 million. But hey, the cap's gonna go up, so it's not gonna really fucking matter. Anyways, that's all I have, and we're not rebuilding anymore.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was obviously the mentality that the Jets had, or people were saying the Jets should have, is rebuild. But now that they signed these guys, not happening. So yeah. And then one thing that I forgot about, so we'll talk about Connor Bedard a little bit later, but I do want to talk about this right now. Connor Bedard has been hit up by a adult influencer, Brecky Hill, and I thought this was very interesting to bring up because Brecky Hill also hit me up. Just kidding, she didn't.
Wait, what? Nordic, it wasn't real? No! Dude, you got me, dude! Oh my god!
No, it's been a great couple of weeks just talking to her and just getting to know her. But, I think the Instagram story mentioning her is just a little bit, it's too early. Like, we were in that talking stage. I wasn't 100%.
You were just out of her league, right? You were just out of her league.
I mean,
you think
I'm trying to be nice in the situation, but when you're thinking about it, you just.
Yeah, like Nordic, like you're like MLB. She's like AA, you'd say.
Yeah, probably maybe AAA, but it's just difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes on Instagram and posts that you don't need to expose my personal information like that. Like that's it's just
and then she's like trying to like cheat on you with like Connor Bedard. That's pretty outrageous. If I'm not gonna lie,
honestly,
that's pretty messed up.
Yeah, some BS, but it is what it is. We'll move on. We'll stop talking about all that. But Jack's guess a player. Hooray! So I don't even know what our record is. We're just gonna go with 0-10. I think that sounds.
No. Hey, this is season 2. This is a new record. All right.
Really?
Season 2 of Jack's Guess a Player.
All right. Well, then we're 0-0. All right. So season 2, we're 0-0. And for those who don't know what Jack's Guess a Player is, if this is your first episode, I'm going to try to explain this the best I can each episode so people know that, this is, if people are in the first episode they watch, they know what this is. So, what me and Carter have 3 questions that we can guess, that we need to guess a player that Jack is thinking of. And we've been doing this for the past couple of weeks, or past couple of months, and we've yet to win one. But it's a new record, new season. We're going to start off fresh. Jack, have you thought of your player?
Yes, I have.
All right, cool. Carter, are you ready to go?
All right, let's get this shmoney.
All right.
All right, Patrick.
Oh, okay. Carter, go first.
You want to start?
No, you can go first.
Okay, Patrick. I know we're looking at the Western Conference. So is your player in the West?
Yep.
Told you. God, I'm smart.
In the West? Alrighty, cool. For those who don't know, me and Carter deeply analyze this. We study film. We look at everything we need to look at before we make our guesses. And Jack, I'm gonna go with this question. Let me get the conference here real quick. Was your team this past year was your player this past year a playoff team?
Yes.
Okay, so that narrows it down to 8 teams, obviously. So Vegas, Colorado, Minnesota, Dallas, LA, and Edmonton, I think. Yeah, that's it. So it narrows it down to those teams. It's kind of difficult to go with different questions like that because a lot of the other questions are like huge risks. We could ask a question like, "Oh, is your player from a team that has a yellow jerseys?" And Jack could say yes, Jack could say no. It's a huge risk, and it's a waste of a question. So that's why we go with the basic questions like that. And some people complain about it to me, like, "Oh, why don't you go with this?" But we go with these just so we can stay safe. But maybe we'll take risks in some of the episodes. But I'll let Carter go next. It's his second one out of 3, as he does his notes carefully. As we said, we take this very seriously.
All right. Jack, did your team make it out of the first round of the playoffs?
Let me check that. I don't think so. I do not think
so. So we're gonna cross out Vegas because they were the Stanley Cup champs, and you know that.
Dallas, Edmonton, and Seattle.
Hang on, let me check it really quick.
Colorado was second round, right?
No, they were first round. They lost in 7 games.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That is not last year.
I wish we could just be like, Jack, tell us your team. Yeah, I think we're gonna need to call some. We're gonna need to get a review here. For a penalty on Jack Bolko right here. He's not.
Can we get a shot clock violation?
One sec. I don't know why I can't find this.
How do you not know?
Just look up 2023 NHL playoff bracket and go to images.
All right. I don't know why 2023.
I
might have to call a shot clock violation here.
I should set up a clock. You know what? That's what we should do. We should set up a clock, so that way things like this.
That's it. I'm throwing the challenge flag.
I'm on it.
Challenging for delay a game.
They did not make it out of the first round. Okay,
so then there's down to Colorado, LA,
Winnipeg.
Oh, I forgot about Winnipeg.
And Minnesota?
Yeah, Minnesota.
Okay, I like that.
Analyze those teams. Let me pull it up like this, actually. Sorry, guys. You may have to call. I mean, actually, no, you're not calling a shot clock on me because Jack did the same thing. He took like 2 minutes to find his answer. So, I'm gonna go with this question. Jack, is your player from the Central Division?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I was really hoping he'd say Pacific there because LA is the only team in the playoffs that lost in the first round of Pacific.
Yeah.
So, it's a tough one to lose, but at least we narrowed it down to 3 instead of just none.
Okay. Okay. Oh shoot. Yo, we really gotta get the team here.
We do.
Okay. Jack.
Yo.
Fuck. Is your player on a Canadian team?
No.
Just get the team. Let's just get the team because I can take a shot in the dark.
Okay. Yeah, because if he gets that, if you get it wrong, then he has to reveal the position. Is your player on Dallas? We'll just go with that.
No.
Okay, so he's on Colorado. That's something we know. So if Carter gets this wrong, Jack does have to reveal the position. That's a new rule we have announced.
Yeah. All right. Jack, to start this off. Actually,
he's gonna go with another no name, or he's gonna go with a big name. I don't know. He's got that look on his face.
Who's a former Blackhawk in Chicago?
Jack Johnson. Wait, is he still on Colorado?
I don't know. That's what I'm looking right now. I'm trying to pull up their roster.
Here you go, Jonathan Tate. Oh wait.
Wow, that's
back.
Not...
Oh, we should have asked if it was like a new player, bro, because he's probably gonna go with like someone like Ross Colton or something like that.
Okay. All right, Jack. To start off season 2 of Jack's Guess a Player, you went with a little young buck, didn't you? You went with a young buck. You went with the defenseman, Bowen Byram.
Nope. Who said he was on Colorado?
Wait, what?
You still got Minnesota in there. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my god.
Wait, Nord, did you fuck this up?
Minnesota's not in Canada, guys. Come
on. Oh my god. All right, well, you have to reveal his position anyways. So what is it? What
Wait. How did How did we fumble?
I shouldn't have said anything, but I felt bad, so.
Nord, what was your third question?
It was
I said Dallas.
What the fuck did you say, Dallas? Nord!
Oh my god.
Are you shitting me?
Oh my god, no way. Oh,
Nord!
okay. Jack, what is his position on Minnesota?
Forward.
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding?
All right.
I want a new teammate.
Go with it. Jack, is your player mother flipping Ryan Hartman?
No.
Cool.
Joel Eriksson Ek.
Ah, fuck. No, whatever.
Yeah, that was my fumble. Oh my god.
Ryan Hartman's a good guess. He played on the Hawks, so.
Oh my god. Yeah, Carter, that's on me. That is absolutely on me.
I know. Trust me.
Yeah, that's going on the TikTok, ain't it?
Yeah, no, that definitely has to go on with you being an absolute idiot and saying Dallas, even though we already knew it wasn't Dallas. I don't know how I didn't catch on to that. I could have sworn you said Minnesota.
Yeah, I don't know why the hell I said Dallas. I think it's just because of the green. Like I thought, like it just like the green got me mixed up. I'm stupid. But whatever. All right, well we'll move on now. I think what we have next is we have a topic on one sole team, and they're a team that has concerned me a lot, and it's the Seattle Kraken. The Kraken just, last year they looked great. Like they looked like a really high-powered offensive team. They looked really fun to watch. A bunch of guys that were, a bunch of nobodies basically. I'm not trying to disrespect them, but through 4 games in the season, they are 0-3-1, and it has been an absolute brutal year so far for them. They have scored a total of 3 goals. 3 goals in 4 games. The next lowest total, I believe, is literally 4. I was hoping it'd be 5, but it's 4. That is just horrible. Like for a team last year too that was so fun to watch, so talented, so explosive offensively, they're 0-4. And last night they played Colorado, and Colorado is a good team. I'm not going to deny that whatsoever. But other teams they faced were Nashville and St. Louis, teams that missed last year, and Vegas was the other one. But that's awful. Like they have looked awful to start the year, and all I can say is, and Carter will agree with me on this, Dave Hackstall. It's the Dave Hackstall effect. I'm calling it right now. Dave Hackstall. We're Flyers fans. We've seen Hackstall go through it. Go Phils, by the way. We could not score offensively when Hackstall was with us. We couldn't. But we're seeing it now in Seattle, and it just feels like they lost a lot of depth. They lost a lot of offense, and they just look like a team that's not playing well right now. So I'm gonna give it to one of the guys. What they think about Seattle, and I'm gonna pull up some stats here real quick about them. So Carter or Jack, you can take it away. What do you think?
Yeah, I watched the game last night against Colorado. I watched that entire game. In first period, they started off really good. Yamamoto had that goal early, and then it was just all Colorado from there. And I think the main thing is just they're not getting any good scoring looks, And like you said, the depth last year was very good. There wasn't really a bona fide star player last year, but all 4 lines, all 3 defense pairs, they could all play. They could all keep the puck in the zone. And I think this year's just different. Losing a couple guys in the offseason, but they also gained some. So I didn't expect this team to, drop off that much, especially after beating Colorado in 7 games last year. I thought this team would have some fight in them this year. I know it's early, but just not looking like the team that they were last year. So,
are they just lucky right now? Were they just lucky last year? Not right now. Were they just lucky last year to be the way they were?
I don't think so.
Carter, what do you think about that?
I don't know, man. I haven't watched any Kraken games, so I can't really comment on.
I haven't either, to be honest with you. So
yeah, I can't really comment on their performance at all. But 3 goals through 4 games is atrocious. Like that is awful.
Like
Especially considering
I'm not saying they need to score like I know I interrupted you. I'm sorry, but
they're
I'm not saying like they need to score like 10 goals in 4 games, but they need to at least score a goal per game pace. Like
yeah.
like that, it's just been brutal for them so far. They just can't score, and that's been their biggest
Like
problem.
usually like an average would be anywhere between 2 and 3 goals a game. Like that's what you want out of an offense. Like maybe they'll have the odd game where they'll score none or 1, but if you have 4 games and and you can only score 3, like that's got to be a wake up call. Like, hey, we gotta change something. Like I get it's early in the year, but we gotta fix this before this becomes a problem. Because if you get too stuck into your ways early on in the season, it's a little hard to come out. So I think that they gotta take a hard look in the mirror and see what they got, and they gotta make some changes here. Because 3 goals through 4 games, like I'm gonna keep saying this: 3 goals in 4 games, 3 goals in 4 games. Like that's not good.
Thing. Like I don't think it's goaltending either. I think Grubauer's played well. He's had decent stats for the first 4 games. I don't think these games are his fault, but you look at the teams they're playing, and it's not going to get any easier. It's not going to get any easier from here. You look at the rest of October. They play Carolina twice. They play the Rangers. They play Detroit, who's looked very solid. They play Florida, who looks like they're on the rise, and they play Tampa, who had a brutal road trip, which we should be talking about Tampa actually, but we're not for this episode. But like it's not going to get easier for them, and they need to figure it out. Maybe we're just overreacting. It's only 4 games in. We could come back here in next week even and be like, well, they beat Carolina tomorrow. They beat the Rangers on Saturday, and they beat Detroit, and that could just be us overreacting. But I'm still really concerned with the goal scoring, and Matty Beniers especially. That man, I don't think he has any points so far. Yeah, he's pointless through 4 games, -5, brutal. So we're gonna need to see some improvement there out of that roster, and if we don't, fire Hackstall. That's all I have to say. So
Preach.
If you guys have anything else to add to that, we'll move on.
All right, cool. I got nothing.
So I want to say something before we get into trending players. I would like to just point out that the NHL app and the NHL.com new format sucks. I wanted to say this in the news, but have y'all seen the new NHL app and just like the new ads they put to it?
I use ESPN.
I'm not going to lie. I don't even have it. I use the Score and Reel. That's it.
Really? Well, I might need
Actually, wait, hang on. No. That's a lie. I do have it.
I might need to download those apps because the NHL app now is so dog shit. Like you can't even see the assist anymore. And the old way used to be was great and all. And I know people who had the app can relate to this. Like the old way was great, and now they just changed it. Same with the website too. The website sucks now as well. Like everything's all changed up, and I just don't know why they did it. It's just really stupid to me. So yeah. Anywho, trending players. I want to talk about someone who has been like unreal with his team so far, and maybe it's just their hot start to the season and they've looked really good. But Alex DeBrincat.
Hell yeah,
Alex
dude, let's go.
He's looked great in Detroit. He has 5 goals, 3 assists for 8 points in 4 games. Double a point per game. And he has looked awesome with them. Like and I think he's had a point in every game so far this season. Like he has just been that good for Detroit.
He put up 2 tonight, 2 goals.
And he's solving that problem that Detroit had, scoring. Like, that was their biggest issue. And we didn't talk about them because we didn't get to our preview with them. It's fine. But, like that was their biggest problem was scoring. And now they already got 4 goals out of their guy that they acquired, who they expected to get to that goal mark. So I've really liked the way DeBrincat's played. I've really liked just how he's been overall. And he's just been a great, great player so far for Detroit, and has really helped them out in their overall season. I want to talk about Connor Bedard as well. Bedard has looked solid through the first 4 games with Chicago. He has 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points in 4 games played. Jack, I'll let him take the lead here because he's obviously a Blackhawks fan. How you feeling so far about Connor Bedard?
Yeah, I like him, and I especially like his line mates. I think Taylor Hall and Ryan Donato have been very helpful for him. And yeah, I mean, probably should have more than one goal, honestly. I know he leads the NHL in scoring chances, actually. I think him and Matthews are tied for first in high danger chances. And I mean, Bedard he's always there. He's always in front of the net looking for rebounds. And when he's not there, he's at the point taking shots. On the power play, they sometimes have him running the quarterback. If he's not the quarterback, then he's on the right side, which is his good side. And yeah, I mean, he's just firing away. He hit the post 2 nights ago, and yeah, he should have more points than he does right now. And yeah, like I said, Taylor Hall and Ryan Donato have been good for him, and I think he'll definitely pick up the pace here.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it might take him a little bit to get there, but because he is a rookie after all. But he's showing positive signs, like he's getting shots on net. 5 shots in the last game against who did they play again? I think they played. Who did they play last game? Toronto.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he had 5 shots in that last game against Toronto. And speaking of Toronto, Austin Matthews, 6 goals in 3 games. Do we think? And maybe I'm jumping the gun here a little bit. Do we think he could get 70 goals in a year?
I don't know. He might hit it this year, but I think, yeah, he does.
Do we think if there's a year where he could get 70 goals, do we think it's this year? Or are we jumping the gun way too much? But
I think there's definitely a chance this year.
He has
definitely a chance.
Yeah. It took him 12 games to get 6 when he scored 60.
Yeah.
And now he has 6. He is gonna be something this year for Toronto. Carter, do you think he can get 70?
Is it? Yeah.
That's a
tough one. I think he can. Will he? I don't think so. Is it possible for him to, with the pace that he's going right now? For sure. But I don't think so. Like, scoring 60 is a high achievement. Scoring 70 is something else. Like, we've seen guys go through goalless. Like, I'm not praying on him to get a goalless slump. Of course not. I'd love to see a guy get 70 goals. But we've seen top scorers go through long goalless slumps for like 10, 12 games. And, that can happen. Ultimately, if that does, like, it takes 10 games because usually you'll get maybe 1 or 2 or none a game, right? Like, you pretty much can't afford a slump. So I think it's the start of the season. It's always going to take time for goalies to figure out shots and everything and how different players shoot the puck and everything. Because, again, like, guys change things in the offseason. Like, in the NBA, guys change their shooting form a lot. And in the NHL, guys are constantly trying out new ways to shoot the puck and everything like that. So I think it's going to take some time, but I don't think he will, but I would love to see it.
It hasn't happened in 30 years. So it would be a massive accomplishment if he does hit it. And, it would signify him for a very good career already. And I think it's possible. I don't think it happens either. But, I think if he keeps going at that pace, he could. He very well could. For goaltenders that I saw that were trending, I didn't see a whole lot. Mainly because it's so early in the year and, like, goalies are, like, some teams have lost, like, all their games. Some teams have won all their games. So it's still hard to determine, like, who's going to be a really good goalie this year. But Jordan Binnington, 2 games played, .92 goals against average, and a .969. He's looking all right. He's not looking so bad so far. And I mean, last year with all the shit he went through, it is 2 games after all, so we'll see that go down. But still, I thought it was very interesting to see that. Let's see here. Other guys that I thought were interesting. Carter's raising his hand. I was going to bring up Logan Cooley, but Carter, you can go.
Oh, yeah. I was going to bring up Frank Vetrano hat trick against Carolina. That was pretty sweet.
You scored a hat trick?
Yeah, against I don't know. How did the Ducks beat the Carolina Hurricanes? That's what I want to talk about.
That's crazy. Like, I have no idea how they pulled that off.
Yeah.
But, hey. Logan Cooley, next up, another rookie there. Tied with Bedard for leading scoring. You know who else is tied with Bedard? Ridley Gregg. Gregg has looked good as well for Ottawa on that offensive side. Your defensive leading point scorer is actually Brady Shea of Carolina. In the 4 games he's played, I believe, he has 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points. So he's looked good so far. There are rumors that he could get traded, but the rumors are probably not at this point. But yeah, I thought Shea looked pretty good so far through that stretch. And just, I think that's all I got for guys that I thought were trending and looking good. I do want to say Konechny for Philadelphia. Good shout out for him. He's looked solid. Very good player. He's probably going to be our best player this year. Undisputedly. Yeah, that's all I got. If you guys got any more trending players, we'll just get into the games and wrap up the night. That's it. All right, cool. So the fun thing that I want to do with the guys is we're going to do some blind ranking of players. We're going to rank 5 players. I'm going to do it with Carter and Jack. So we're going to have Carter go first. He's going to rank some forwards. We'll have Jack go first. He's going to rank some forwards. And then we'll do some defense and goalies. I'll throw some defensemen and goalies in the same thing. So regardless, I'm going to get into it here. We're going to start off with, actually, you guys, who wants to go first?
I can go.
Okay. All right. So your first player is going to be Teuvo Teravainen.
I'll go 4.
Okay. 4 for Teravainen. Not too bad. Your second player is going to be Jonathan Huberdeau.
I'll go 2.
Ooh, that's ooh. I don't know. You could get someone huge here, but we'll see. Next up, then you got JT Miller.
3.
Yeah, that seems like a fair placement for Miller. I would agree with that.
Come on, give him 2 superstars.
Philadelphia.
Just Philadelphia as a team.
No,
5.
I should say Philly as a team. 5. I have a random team spinner, and I'm just like thinking of guys. We'll go with Noah Cates. Really solid 2-way. He's probably 5. That makes sense. And then finally,
1 for sure.
I won't mess you up with 1. You got Alexander Barkov at 1. So that's
1.
not
perfect.
Not that bad. Barkov, Huberdeau, Miller, Teravainen, and Cates. That's a pretty solid list. I like that. Now Carter
was good.
Oh, fuck.
We'll get Carter next with his forwards. So Carter, your first guy is going to be Blake Coleman.
Ooh. Jack, I got it. 4. I'll put him at 4.
All right, Coleman at 4.
I was gonna put him at 4 anyways, but Jack's being a bitch.
Damn.
I love you, Jack.
Damn.
Damn.
I love you, Jack.
Hang on a second.
Oh.
I'm blanking really hard here on players. Next guy here you got is another Calgary Flame, and it's Elias Lindholm.
Ooh. I'm stuck between 2 and 3. Cause I'm just gonna risk it and think I get someone better. I'll put him at 3.
Adam Fantilli. Elias Lindholm.
Oh, Lindholm? Okay.
Adam Fantilli. At this stage in his career, I don't know if you want to go like potential or anything like that, but
okay. Then I'm gonna. If it was potential, he'd probably be number 2 or 1. But it's based on like current status, so I'll put him at 5. Sadly, I think he will be better than most of these guys, but
yeah, I think he'll be better than Lindholm. He'll be better than those guys. Cale Yarncrook. Probably gonna go your 2 spot. That's a rough number 2 there. But yeah,
you could have given me a better player, Nord.
Why would I do that? And then San Jose, you got Tomas Hertl at number 1. So
okay, well that's fine.
An okay list, not bad. Then we'll get okay. All right, so we're going back to Jack now. Jack, you're gonna rank defense and goalies. So I'm gonna start you off with an easy one. I'm gonna give you Justin Falk, St. Louis.
Oof, I'll go 4.
All right, not a bad placement for Falk. Next up now, we got Jordan Binnington.
He's been good this year.
It's only 2 games though.
Yeah. I'll go 3.
3. All right. The next guy we're gonna get is we got Sean Dursey of Arizona. Probably don't even know who that is. Do you?
I do. Probably 5.
Yeah, five seems about right from an Arizona fan. Not an exciting blue line at all. Charlie McAvoy.
1.
I think that's your easy one. And then your number 2 is going to be from. It's going to be Morgan Riley.
2. Perfect. Let's
not
go.
a bad list. Not a bad list. I'll give that to you.
2 really good lists there.
All right, and last up, Carter, you got your defense and goalies now. Let's see.
You're going to sewer me here.
We got. We're going to go with Miro Heiskanen for your first guy.
Ooh. 2.
Ooh, man, you're betting on a lot of. Ooh, 2 is a.
Yeah, now you're just gonna give me superstars for the rest of this.
How do I with 1? You got Matt Grzelcyk as your next guy.
I'll put him at 4.
Not bad. After that, then you got Mackenzie Blackwood. Oh, that's another guy I forgot to mention. Blackwood in the games he's played with San Jose has looked really good. Like if he keeps playing the way he is, he can get a really huge haul. But where do you have Blackwood ranked? Forgot about
I'll put him at 3.
Okay, so you got 4, 2, and 3. All right, next guy is gonna be Linus Ullmark.
Oh, reigning Vezina.
I mean, like, who are you gonna get that's better than that?
Heiskanen.
I mean, like, he has no winning goaltenders, so.
I know, but like, fine, I'll put him 1.
And then your 5th player, you're gonna be very happy that you put him at 1. You got Rasmus Ristolainen as your 5th guy.
Oh, God bless.
I thought of.
I wasn't. Okay, I'll be honest.
I could have went with Hart, but like.
Yeah, don't be an asshole. Okay, because here's the thing. The only thing is like we've only seen 1 good year from Ullmark.
Yeah, that's the issue. I mean, like
the other times he's been a solid goalie, but he hasn't been Vezina caliber. I think Heiskanen's been a top tier defenseman every single year.
Yeah.
So out of all of them, that's the only one I'd flip flop.
So I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, if you're arguing value wise, yeah, I'd probably go with Heiskanen, but Ullmark's a good option there too. All right, well, that's it for my fun. We're gonna go into Carter's fun now. So Carter, explain the final game of the night.
All right, here's the final game of the night. Nord's back. Sorry, he was frozen. All right, so here's the game of the night. So we're gonna be building a starting lineup. Forwards have to be 40 goal scorers, at least last season. This is last season only. No looking at players. Nord, put your phone down. I need you looking at me.
I'm posting on the NordCast Instagram.
I don't care. Phone down. No phones in class.
All right.
Okay.
Computer.
So there's
over here.
Yeah. So 40 goal scorer for the forwards. 40 point. I think is 40 points probably fine for defensemen.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, and then goalies will say they had to have gotten 35 wins.
Okay. Yeah, 35.
Now. Yeah. So if you say a player and they did not reach that total, you lose your draft pick. So you'll get to redraft that at the end. Everyone got it?
Okay. Who's going first?
All right.
Oh, should we spin a wheel?
Sure.
All right, I'll make a wheel real quick. I should have it anyways as a NordCast wheel.
Let's spin a wheel here.
Order. Yeah. Nordic. And the first person who's going to go first is, drum roll please, it's Jack. Jack will go first. And the person who goes second is not Jack again. Not Jack. No, it got Jack again. Second is me. Okay, cool. All right.
Okay, so it's going to be snake draft, so it's going to go Jack, Nordic, me, Jack, Nordic.
All right.
Or Nordic, Jack, and so forth.
We got all squared. All right.
Okay, perfect.
Jack, you have the reins to pick anything, so I'm just going to let you go.
All right, I'll take McDavid at my center.
That's a pretty obvious pick. Do we have to write these down?
I have it. I'll have it written down.
Thank you, Carrie. I was going to say.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't have any paper near me. I'm gonna go with Jason Robertson for my wing. I'm gonna go with that pick. That's a
Left or right?
I'm gonna go with left. Why not?
Okay.
Does it matter? I don't even know if he's left or not.
I don't think it matters. I don't really care that much. For my center, I'm gonna take Austin Matthews because I'm pretty sure he scored 40 last year.
He did score 40 last year.
Okay.
Dead on the mark, 40 goals.
All right, and then I got the next pick in the draft. I'm gonna take Kyle Connor at my left wing, but I can't remember if he got 40 or not.
Uh-oh. I'm pretty
So
sure
I'm gonna. I think he did. No, wait, no, he didn't.
Oh no.
Dang.
He had 31 last year. Okay, so I lose that pick. So I have one pick that I have to do at the end of the draft.
Okay,
so back to Nordic.
So I go then. All right, we're gonna go with. We're gonna go for a winger. We're gonna go with Matthew Tkachuk for our winger.
I think he did get 40.
Better have gotten 40.
Okay, Jack.
All right, I'm gonna take Cale Makar for my left defense.
Oh, fuck yeah!
And then
All
now,
right.
Carter, you go again.
No. So it's Jack.
Oh, it's Jack. Jack gets another pick.
So I do this at the end of the draft.
You're right. Jack.
Okay. I'll go. Can I move McKinnon to a wing?
Sure. Yeah, I don't really care.
All right, I'll move McKinnon to my right wing.
Damn it! I was actually gonna go with McKinnon, but whatever.
Nordic, I just checked, and Tkachuk just got 40.
Barely. Oh man.
Like on the nose.
On the dot. We're gonna round out the offense. We're gonna go with David Pastrnak running as our center.
Yeah, Pasta, that's a good one.
I was thinking maybe we go with someone else, but we're gonna roll with Pasta. That's a safe choice.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go Mikko Rantanen for my winger. Is that how you spell his name? I have to check.
I think it's M-I-K.
Okay, yeah, no, he had 55 last year, so I'll take Mikko.
He did really well last year with Colorado. That's right.
Yeah, and then for my, I guess I'll put him on right defense. I'm gonna take Erik Karlsson.
Ooh. Yeah, that was the guy I wasn't thinking of. We're gonna roll the goalie. We're gonna get the best goalie out there. We're gonna go with Andrei Vasilevsky. We're gonna roll with him.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't even have to look.
Got a goalie yet, so we're gonna roll the best goalie.
Okay, Jack.
All right, can I move Draisaitl to left wing?
Oh, you're such a fucker.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
All right,
Jack's
so
actually got a stacked forward core. Holy shit.
yeah, I know. And guess what? I'm gonna take McAvoy on defense, baby.
Fuck!
My God.
Just need a
No,
goal.
his team's actually gross.
Yeah, I don't know. I think his team's gonna
That's
win.
right.
Oh,
That's right.
Actually, this is a good Instagram post.
It is. I was gonna say we should definitely post this.
You have to send me these after, Carter. I'll make these.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm next, right? Or is it you? Wait,
No, it's you. It's you.
I'm gonna roll with Roman Josi as my lefty.
Okay.
I think I have one more pick then.
Yeah. I feel like I should probably take a goalie here. I mean, I guess no. I don't want to take Omar because I just trashed him. Who else is like a top end goalie?
He might be on your team. He might not be though.
No, I know. I want to take Helly, but fuck it. I'll take Helly. Wait, hold on. I need to check if he got 35 wins.
35 wins. Did I just trick Carter?
Did he?
Well, I don't know actually. Yeah, he probably did. Y'all made playoffs.
Okay, he had 37. He had 37. Okay, we're good.
He probably did. Y'all made playoffs.
All right, Nordic, you're. Oh no, wait, no, I have another pick. Sorry. I'll take. I guess I'll take my other defenseman because no other forwards are available. I'm gonna take Mr. Josh Norrisy.
This guy. I'm looking at my names here. I'm gonna go with a risk. Actually, no, we're not.
Hang on. Hold on. Order in the court. Nordic.
What?
Vasilevsky got 34 wins last season. That is a no-go on the goalie pick.
No way.
The Youth Review came in and said no goal.
No way.
So Nordic lost his goaltender.
Oh my god.
I had to check because I was like, if Hellebuck was that close, like 35's got to be tough. So Nord, you have goaltender or defenseman?
Okay, all right. Well, that's fine then. I'm gonna go with Adam Fox as my other D. We can
Yeah,
roll
that's
with that
fair.
goalie. We can roll with a Cam Talbot like goalie.
Yeah, Cam Talbot, like, because he put up
Because
that many.
LA is just smart enough to get Cam Talbot.
Yeah.
LA fans. All right.
Okay. Jack, your final pick is a goaltender.
Yeah, I'm taking Allmark.
Okay, I'm not even gonna have to look at that.
Oh, there's still a lot of
His team is gross. Okay. So now we head back to reverse. No, it's reverse picks. I failed my pick first, so it's me. I have to pick a right winger, not a goalie, so it doesn't really matter who goes. Fuck, right winger. Give me who got 40? I know Scheifele did, but I don't want to take Scheifele. Nordic, you go. Pick your goalie.
You want me to go? I'm gonna go with Ilya Sorokin.
I'm actually gonna have to check that one because I feel like it's close.
You might be right. Oh no, please.
I'm pulling up Hockey DB. Hold on.
I can just go again, so like it just doesn't matter. I can just BS every goalie.
No goal. 31.
Hey, bro. Oh my god. Is it really that hard to get 35 wins?
I feel like it was.
How much did he have?
He had 31.
Oh my god. All right. We'll go with Shesterkin then, I guess.
I don't even feel like I have to check that.
Sure. Fine.
Honestly, I should because I felt that Vasilevsky was a.
Fine. We'll go with Connor Ingram. Fine. We'll go with Laurent Brossois.
Okay, he had 37. He had 37.
God, finally.
You're good. Okay, right winger here. Give me. Oh my god. Holy shit. I'm trying to think of like players that are like out of the box. Did Cooch get 40? No, I'm gonna take Braden Point. Because I think he got it. I need to check though. Oh shit. He definitely didn't. No, he did. Did he? Okay, Point had 51, so I'll take Braden Point on my right wing. Alright, that is going to conclude it. I think it's safe to say that Jack probably fucking won.
Probably, yeah. I mean, like, his forward core is just that stacked.
Yeah, he went Draisaitl, McDavid, and McKinnon for his forwards. Makar, McAvoy on D with Olmark and net, which is just nasty. Nordic went with David Pasternak, Jason Robertson, Matthew Tkachuk, Roman Josi, Adam Fox, and Shesterkin. I took Matthews, Mikko Rantanen, Braden Point, Josh Norrisy, Erik Karlsson, and Connor Hellebuck. So that is our final rosters. I feel like it's safe to say that Jack won. But, yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, that'll conclude the first episode of, I guess, Season 2 of the NordCast. Thank you all very much for listening to the end. We really do appreciate it. Make sure to follow our Instagram and our TikTok, which will be posted in the bio of this podcast episode. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe down below. We greatly appreciate it. Give us a good review if you're watching on Spotify, Apple Music, podcast, anything. Wherever you're watching your podcast, make sure to give us a good review. But regardless, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys next episode. Adios.
Deuces.